Hello, all you superhumans out there. I'm Sally Knopp. So, as a QHHT practitioner and an emotion code practitioner, that would be Dolores Cannon and Dr. Bradley Nilsson. One of the biggest complaints I get is solving the ringing in the ears, the tinnitus, however you want to say it. And occasionally, it's one of the things that has challenged me as a practitioner. It's not been easy because there seems to be several layers to what potentially could be causing this. In most cases, it's just a lot of damage to the inner ear structures. Um, Energetically speaking, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to diagnose anybody. Um, but what I'm finding when I'm doing this work, either wearing my hat as a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner or the emotion code body code practitioner, is that there can be a lot of layers causing that. So, from it could be misalignments in the inner ear, but always the problem is related inside the brain. That's what I'm beginning to find more and more common. And so there are times where we can sort of make it go away and like, wow, that was really easy, to some of the more difficult problems. And it's really plagued me for the past several years to the point where I've almost dedicated a lot of my time trying to figure this out because I myself deal with it, this constant ringing in the ears. When I first did the Bradley Nelson method, I didn't really believe it worked there for a while. I'm like, okay, this is silly. However, within a few hours, I could feel something happening to the inner ear. And I was told my husband, I like, it's like almost painful. I mean, it would kind of contract and go and come, and it's just like something was happening. And then there was kind of this pop, 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 and I could actually hear a little bit better. The other thing that I found that affects our hearing is adrenal fatigue. And that really begins to shut down overall what's going on with the nervous system. I think they also said, it seems like I've read also, correct me if I'm wrong. I would love for you guys to put this in the comments below. That is also a sign of dementia, Alzheimer's. Gosh, I hope that's not the case because I have that, but it is beginning to go away. And just working on myself personally, and because it's been such a personal journey for myself, and many of my clients suffer with it, and I've helped several people with it, and then there's still this gap. So why is there a gap? Why am I able to help some people, and why am I not able to help others, including myself, completely? So it's always asking that question, which I do because I always say, I'm not a master, I'm just a student. And so I just continue rolling with the fact that I'm just a student. And the other day, I was working on my sister and myself, and she and I have both had severe head injuries. She had it like a couple of times. I was in a car accident once, and then I slipped and fell on ice, and I fell backwards, and it was like below zero outside. And I was going to a luncheon, and everybody was inside. I was late. And I slipped on the ice, and I fell back, hit my back of my head, and it rung my bell. It took like forever for me to be able to kind of come to. And I remember thinking, if I don't move, I'm going to freeze to death out here. It's like, it was really hard. But it was so interesting that we both had head injuries. And I've been working with her too on clearing these energies, and she had the same stuff going on, felt the movement, but yet it was still there. And what I found, and all those people who work in QHHT, I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear from Bradley Nelson's group as well, the body code, emotion code practitioners, especially. But what I found the other day working with her and myself, and it so surprised me that we had the same thing. And I'm not sure. Did we? Did we not? But yeah, it kept coming back. So I'm just going to go with it. The somatic nervous system in the brain was misaligned. And I thought, well, that's interesting. A whole system. And that's the nervous system in the brain, which the brain is the nervous system, right? So, but it was very clear. So then I was looking into it, it went deeper, and it went down to the cranial nerves. So again, it's about if you are working with a Reiki person, body code, emotion code, Dolores Cannon, hypnosis technician, te practitioner, if you move some of that energy out, you're beginning to feel better, but that condition still linger. It's because we've not pulled away all the layers that need to be looked at and see if we can go ahead and get that problem addressed. Now, I will say, when I did it with myself, nothing happened right away. I was like, that was a flop. But then, I don't know why I say this. I've been doing this for 7 years. You'd think I'm like, no, there's usually something there. But that's just me being self-critical. But in a couple of days later, I kept hearing the pop, 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 pop in my ears. And especially this morning when I was waking up, it was just like pop, 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 pop. They're like, what is going on? And I realized, oh yeah, this is what I've done. Today has been interesting because I've had continuous tinnitus. I mean, like never stopping. But today was the first day since I can remember when I'm hearing interruptions. So something is happening. And I'll keep you all posted on what that something is. But I want to give you hope because no matter what is wrong with us, it comes down to we can affect change, and nobody has to suffer. And it may be a process. It may be working with somebody for 6 months. Um, but don't give up because everything is energy. Energy. Everything is energy. What do they call it? Okay, look at this. Look at my notes real quick. Frequency, vibration, and energy. That's what Tesla said. And once we really understood that, we would unlock the keys to the universe. I believe that's true. And so I'm here to give you hope. If you suffer with tinnitus or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, ringing in the ears, reach out to me or somebody like me, and let's start peeling away the layers and start figuring this out. Because I'm convinced that there can be ways to help all of us. And I'm not quite sure how, I don't think there's a one size fits all. I think it's going to be very dependent upon each person and what each of us has gone through. If you're somebody who's been in a rock band, you're probably not going to have the same condition I have. So, but the point is, don't give up hope. Keep reaching out. Reach out to somebody like me or me. Go to my website, sallyknop.com, and book a session with me, and let's get started. Or book a session with somebody and try to get started. But I want to give you hope in the process. If you could give me a thumbs up, it really helps to get this information out because my mission in life is to ignite the superhuman in all of you. For now, take care. Thanks for watching.